Okay, this is a 53-minute off-the-record chat I had with Abraham, which broke the relationship, sadly, or sadly, whatever. I still am unsure whether Abraham is part of the cult, whether he's Ella's handler, whether he's just a good guy, rough diamond, as Brian Gerrish described him, or whether he's the best, the biggest hero, the unsung hero that has changed certainly Britain's perception or awareness, and arguably global perception of child abuse and ritual abuse. So when we were planning on doing a weekly chat with Ella, which was hard for Abraham because he's an alpha male, and he likes to be in control, so it's really hard for him to leave the two girls chatting, knowing how everything mattered crucially for the children. But in setting that up, he did a lot of the talking with me first, and I said, look, I'll record something, I'll send it to you. You can, see if you're happy, and then I'll upload. And getting used to the software, it's I'm a little bit visually impaired, and so every time somebody Skypes me, my software will record unless I say no. And during this conversation, Abe rang me, and I didn't tell it not to record. And, like a baby, I should have said, stop, hold on. And the longer I didn't say that, the less able I felt to say, by the way, this is recorded. And in a way, I think it's the best testimony ever, for people to get down to the truth. Although the bottom line truth, I think a blind man on a galloping horse can see the children were telling the truth. But for those that are sort of, obsessing on the sidelines, or even those that fell for Poffley's tried and tested formula that, the mother's insane and the boyfriend's the real abuser, nothing to see here, move along, I'm just putting it out there for people to see. I've sat on this since May last year, and like I said, I'm on the fence. I'd like to believe that actually the last option is the truth, that he's the best thing that could have happened to Gabriel and Lisa. And I wonder where Finbar is. And I say the best thing in as much as the children were able to disclose, but dear God, they didn't get free. They thought they were free. And where's Finbar that did some of the interview too? Where's Jean Clement? These poor children have been let down. And even to every person watching, listening to this, the only thing needed for evil to continue is for good people to do nothing. So I'll leave it for you to judge. This is Abe. Okay, so the camera's playing up again. But it's okay because it's an audio recording. Now, Abe and Ella, you're going to have to forgive me because I did what I said I would do, which is a demo run. I've recorded this. I'm going to privately send it to you. We had so much fun. Clearly, it might be one of those for editing, or maybe not, but probably is. But it was to show you that I can safely send it to you privately. You can review. You can ask a trusted friend to edit or not, and then you can say, okay, that was fun. That was the demo. It worked. Save it for another time, or you can say, publish and be damned. Either way, but I'm just going to play the. It just come, even though you could see me, but it recorded as audio, so it's going to be either audio or video. Sadly, we can't do half of one and half of the other. I've moved the camera off, sorry. Strongly recommend we do the visual as well, but like I said, it's your choice. So now I'm going to play that to record. Here we go. Hi, Abe, how are you? Hello, how are you? I'm good, look at me, I'm still up, it's nearly midnight. Yeah, good to see you. No, I can't, no.
can find it, because I'm actually I'm composing an email to somebody, but I'm going to go to Hampshire's research. It will be difficult to get the children back, okay?
Yeah, I read that, yeah, and I worked through it, and I came out even more excited, because first of all I was like, I do that to myself almost, I give myself the worst case scenario, and it kind of puts the fear on hold, because I've already thought, right, what's the worst?
Yeah.
And I worked back from that, and that's what happened when I read that reality check. It was like, hey, but this is, hey, like it made something come up inside me, like, it's not going to be like that this time.
Right, this is literally very cleverly done. Can you... Hello?
Yeah, what did you say?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you not hear me?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. No, I'm here.
Okay. What happened?
I'm here. It says, it was interference. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's a very, very good interference, yeah. So we read the article. It's really rather good. I thought it was rather good because it says, whoever it is, I think it was by Thicken. She said it was by Thicken. We spoke to her. She said it was by Thicken, who's a regular, contributor. But yeah, Thicken says this, Angie. I wanted to get your take on it. Thicken says that, what is it? So what I'm saying is that paedophilia, if you will, it's not paedophilia. These are child sacrifice cults. They sacrifice children, yeah. But we'll put it under the umbrella of paedophilia, which should be pederastry, because paedophilia means child lover, and they're not child lovers.
Yeah.
So they're child rapists. So it should be pederasts, as opposed to paedophile.
Or even child murder and rape and sodomy. Like that's how it is.
Absolutely. So he says. So what I'm saying is that paedophilia has become an integral part of the functioning of British institutions and British elite, but it cannot be open to public view because it will bring the whole system crashing down as the public go for their throats. Right. Where does this leave Ella and the children? Well, in terms of gaining any legal victory, I think that no matter what evidence is presented to the courts, it will be ignored. And I believe that any and every attempt to bring to light what has been done to those children by their father and others will be crushed. Whether that is done by imprisoning and thereby silencing Ella, Abraham and Sabine, or some other means, depends, I would say, on how far they push the case. Right. Yeah. So he says, so in essence, though Ella is fighting to get justice for her children for the crimes perpetrated on them by the Hampstead cult, it is not actually them that she is up against. It's exactly the same things that happened on a working class council estate and a rundown school. The people involved would have been crucified. But those people in Hampstead are part of a powerful, well-connected elite, and that's what Ella is really up against. I'm not suggesting by any means that it is a waste of time to pursue legal avenues. On the contrary, I think it is essential to fight, and to make sure that everything is on permanent record. This is the only reason why we continue to do this macabre dance of death with the judiciary, okay? Because we know it's going to result in nothing, in our favour. They don't have to. Right?
Oh, don't be careful with your words. Don't say we know it's going to result in nothing. The best thing about that whatever you call it, that comment or letter, was saying that you need to give them a face-saving get-out clause.
You just read it. Pull it up.
Yeah, I read it earlier. I read it, absolutely I read it. And the best thing they said was, I don't agree with that where they said it depends how far you push it, because that's a fear-based thing where, I better not push it too far because you come by it.
Yeah.
So the best thing they did say, and this is very much, like I was trained to be like them, establishment, and so that I know their mindset. The best thing that was pointed out was that you have to give them a dignified, face-saving way.
Yeah.
This is why I think it's futile, all angry and spouting venom and raging and we're going to, have a revolution and so on. It's much better to
child sacrifice cult, which has been going on for thousands of years.
Yeah, I know.
Right, who is it? I don't know, since ancient times it's been going on. You've got that Mayan.
You know the walls of Jericho that they marched around?
You told me this already. I do listen, that their bodies in there. You told me
They're babies. They're babies in the babies.
You told me this. I'm still here. We sent that video where the Chinese were eating babies the other day to Hampshire Research. Anyway, it's too great. But we feel that it really is our collective denial of this activity. Because we've had to collectively deny it. Because we have to implicitly or tacitly agree. If we agreed it was going on, we have to agree that our society, our culture was finished. So we've collectively denied it in order to be able to sort of like continue to exist as we do, as it were. But now the children's testimony
your roof. You don't, it's not normal to think, oh God, is my husband sodomizing my children? It's not normal.
I know, Angie, but look at this, yeah? As soon as I got involved with the family, because I'm working with Ella as their sort of nutritional advisor, because she had a lovely house in Hampton, and I was upstairs. Fully flat with a sauna, everything wonderful. But it didn't take long to see that the children were troubled. It didn't take long. Now, once I heard his voice on Skype, that was it. I just knew that he was a source of...
I can hardly look at it. I can't watch any of those video clips of him all through. I have rarely been in the presence of somebody so strongly demonically possessed. It's like, I'm not squeamish, but I have to just... I have to look through.
And I always, one of the challenges, I always challenge Ella with it, and I shouldn't, I really shouldn't. I shouldn't, Angie. I say to her, couldn't you see? Because I can tell it was a demon. Do you know what I mean? Yes, you.
But not as well. Hi, sweetheart, how are you?
I'm good, good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm better today.
You well?
Yeah, it's been a hard few days. I really felt like the weekend, I felt like I just couldn't hold on to everything. I really felt bad at the weekend, but it's getting better each day.
Oh, you look good, Angie, anyway. Apart from the fag, you look brilliant.
Thank you.
I'll tell you why. Angie, look, as nutritionists, what we do, we've helped a lot of people to quit the pernicious weed.
Yeah, when I stayed with Araya, and I couldn't smoke in the house, and we were Jews with, what's her friend's name? I can't remember his name. But anyway, we were having... We were having juice, and we were eating good, and all the rest of it. The smoking, I hardly smoked. The cravings, I went down from like 35 a day to 5. Or
35. You're a veteran smoker. What flavour are you smoking? Daniel? They look like Daniel or something.
No, Pall Mall. They're just...
Pall Mall, okay. Well,
and I had Kathy Morgan living with me, and she trained under a Japanese macrobiotic chef.
Yeah.
And I knew with macrobiotic food anyway, because I used to be with Werner Erhard's organisation in London and San Francisco.
Yeah.
But they were all big into macrobiotics. So I know. I'm sure this was part of the mind control. I'm sure they embedded when I was 7. Yeah, they embedded an addiction to make us self-destruct or to make us discredit ourselves. For a lot of people it's alcohol, for some poor things it's drugs, it's like, and this is sort of tied up with my father, because the beatings he used to give us for smoking were just off the charts, and then blackmail and everything. So I know.
So, where were we? Please, let me interject. So the thing about the cigarettes is that they are the tobacco, yeah. It can be, look at she cheeky.
People crazy. It's Bex, no alcohol.
Yeah, but alcohol free, yeah. Where were we? No. Contains alkaloids. It's a chemical thing, Angie, yeah?
Yeah, it's poison. It's got arsenic in it. It's got cyanide. It's got... I know.
Now, bear with me. I'm not telling you any of that, what you already know. I'm telling you something.
Sorry.
That's okay. We're sharing with you something that you don't know. Okay. Before this story broke, we were doing seminars with people in Hampstead. They were paying us £200, £300 a time. So we'd have maybe, if you've got 10 people doing a seminar, £3,000 for a day's work, okay? And it was easy for us, because I'm a nutritional researcher and Ella is a beauty therapist, okay? Now what I'm going to tell you is about cigarettes. They contain powerful alkaloids, and when you smoke them, they give your body a particular body chemistry, an alkaline body chemistry, which is what your body chemistry should be under normal body should be slightly alkaline. This is why people drink alcohol and smoke a fag. Drink a glass of beer and smoke a fag. That's why the pubs are all closing, because alcohol is acidifying and tobacco is alkalizing. So they acidify with the alcohol, they alkalize with the cigarette. So they balance you out. But what I'm saying is, right, but if you were drinking green juices, if you were drinking hemp juices,
The ones you drink.
the one you drank with the rye, if you were drinking those regularly, yes, you had green juices, all right. If you were drinking green juices, then you would establish an alkaline body chemistry naturally, with no side effects, Because of our lifestyle and our diet, the general lifestyle and diet, people are using very powerful alcohol, tobacco, as I say, caffeine, cocaine, smoke cannabis, and we're using these to combat the acidity of our lifestyle and diet.
Self-medicating.
You're self-medicating, you got it now.
I got a cancer scare last year, and then I instantly started doing green juices. I got some hemp syrup stuff, disgusting, horrible stuff. I ordered.
Oh no, you have to get this. Ella, help, Angie. Look, we do this every day. Angie, this is how I attracted Ella with the hemp juices. I got my doctorate, you know.
I know, and I'm on the same par with you.
Do you know about it?
I'm not educated. I agree. I totally think it's so exciting, and I agree with you completely. And I ordered hemp oil, whatever, over the internet. When I got the cancer scare, and they said you've got an ovarian cyst, you've got a 5.4 tumour, a 4.5 tumour, and this, that, and the other, and we're going to take everything out, hysterectomy.
No. What did you get?
And I said, no, we're not. And I spent like a month between when they found it and the surgery. I was juicing asparagus, and I was juicing celery, and I was juicing... And I juiced, and I used my hemp oil, and I had prayer, and then I went and I withdrew my consent, no hysterectomy, you're not taking anything. And they were like, well, we have to contact your next of kin because we're 99% sure we're going to find you end-stage cancer. So they did a keyhole surgery, the cyst was gone, the big tumour was gone, the next tumour was non-malignant, the blood's cleared up. So it was, and they were shaking because they couldn't explain it. They were like, absolutely.
They have to tell you that it's gone, because are you still juicing? You're not juicing, are you? You're smoking fag.
But not, you know what, it's so naughty, because when I thought I was dying, by God, I was juicing, nothing but juicing.
But now you're alive. Now you're alive again. Now you're alive. Now you're alive with a beer. Now you're alive again.
You thought, no, listen. You thought you was dying. You're still dying, but slowly.
Yeah, life is a terminal disease.
No, but the thing is if you don't clean your body, don't clean your blood, it's obviously you let the rubbish accumulate in your system. So this is the aging process or whatever, cause of diseases or...
That's right.
But I have a very good naturopath, and I have for a lot of years. She's a wonderful, amazing woman. And I do detox, and I do take supplements, and I juice at the moment, but I'm being lazy. I'm just juicing with fruit, and not so much fruit.
No fruit, because the sugar...
Pineapple and blueberries.
Excuse me, darling. Nutritionists. You're talking to nutritionists, and we're giving you... We can charge £400 an hour it's free nutritional consultancy, darling, and we're telling you...
This knowledge is priceless.
You can't understand.
If you listen to practice, you will see amazing changes in yourself. But no fruit, no sugar. You don't want fungus in your body.
No sugar, because the sugar...
Angie does.
The sugar is a fungus.
Cancer condition, isn't it?
Cancer is a fungus. Listen, cancer is a fungus. TB, tuberculosis is a fungus. AIDS is a fungus. They're all mold and fungus. They're benign bacteria that have mutated in a hostile environment, in an acidic environment. We create an acidic environment internally, and our benign blind bacteria, they mutate in order to survive.
Yeah, I believe you completely. But
It's not whether we believe it, it's just this is science.
I believe it. I researched it. I'm living proof of it. I can still get healthy, but look, I'm 58. I know I need a facelift.
Considering you're smoking.
Face yoga. I was like,
Face yoga, girl. Do some face yoga. That's it.
I think I'll take the shortcut. But you know what? Let me just tell you this one.
No, we're not going to let you.
No, but there's an override, right? There is an override, and I'll tell you an example, right? Because I on and off go to church, right? And they call me the puffing prophet.
Yeah.
That's the enlightened ones. The other ones are like, you can't speak until you quit smoking. I'm like, okay, see you, bye.
Yeah.
But I know how much God loves me, and I know the override. So 2 years ago, they said to me,
How much does God love you?
oh, hear me, 2 years ago they said I have stage 1 emphysema, right?
Yeah.
And they said, if you don't quit smoking, they said you've lost 30% of your lung capacity, and that's irreversible.
Yeah.
So you're down to 70%. If you don't quit smoking, you're going to be down to 50% within 1 to 2 years. And then within 5 years, you'll be housebound on an oxygen tank and nebulizer, and so on. And I have an uncle that died like that, so I know what that looks like. So I quit for 2 months, then I smoked again, and then I went for surgery in November to correct where they brutalized me in January, and they did a lung function test to see if I could go under anaesthetic, and they were like freaking out, and she went and got a boss, and I said, what's up? She says, well, I thought you had emphysema, and I said, well, so, I do, and she said, but your lung function has increased to 90%, did you quit smoking? And I said, no. and that's just God's sense of humour, even though he knows and I know, of course I should quit smoking, of course I should eat healthily and juice all the time and exercise and do yoga and meditate, but there's an override, and sometimes God just says, you know what, I'm going to mess with their head, I'm just going to heal you anyway. And he did, and then she went and got her boss, and he's like, how did that happen? And I said, I mean, I do yoga, I do deep cleansing, breathing, but sometimes it says, look, I know you should do the 1, 2, 3 way, but you know what, I'm just going to be good to you. And I'm going to mess with their heads. Because, like, ultimately, there's always a miracle. And this is what I feel with that thing that girl wrote about, it doesn't look good and normally it will go this way. But then there's God, and God will mess with the head. God messes with the outcome.
This is the God. You know what about, she's breaking, speaking, so it's a bit noisy. And one of our audio, we say, can't they see God's fingerprints all over this case? God's fingerprints are all over this case.
Absolutely. This is a God thing, there's no doubt about it. And somebody once said there's something otherworldly about this children, something like angels. Some people even think they're angels, that when you've been through so much suffering and you're still beautiful, your spirit is still beautiful, that there's something just beautiful. There's something otherworldly about that.
Something about the children.
Yeah, they're like people's angels.
They are angelic, but Angie, they've been taught by the demonic father to kill.
No, I know, but that part of them, he has not won.
He hasn't won.
No, because I could see the good parenting that had been put into them with love. I could see, even
Yeah.
when they would even little things like they would say, Daddy learned us, Daddy taught us.
No, they said Daddy learned us. They said Daddy learned us.
But then they self-corrected. It's like, and they're like, you can see that as much evil that Ricky tried to put in them, it was overpowered with the love that Ella.
Absolutely, most definitely. Great point. Great observation.
See that even in the videos, even in the agony of the videos, I was going, good mother, good mother, good
I
mother.
tell
Bible says, do not withhold sex from your partner, lest you give the devil a foothold. You may only withhold sex if you are in agreement to pray.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
I'll leave it with you.
Thank you ever so much.
What about that in there?
I shall consult with our legal team before I ever bloody reply to that.
No, I'm just saying that because sometimes you can, I don't know, I sense, I mean, everybody must go through it where you think, oh, I'll sacrifice myself. You know, if I read where he said, Abe says he'll step aside if it means that. Why not? But that, no, because that's wrong, because the best demonstration you can give the children is what a healthy couple are like, what a loving, functioning parental thing looks like. Not Ricky and Ella, you know, not that.
He told them to kill her.
Yeah, I know. So,
how do you know that? How do you know? It's not out there, nobody knows.
Yeah, because Elisa said, in one of the videos, I'm sure she did, or I saw it somewhere.
No one has said that
he wanted to kill them. Yes, he wanted her to kill them.
No, he wanted children to kill Ella. For 2 years he was telling them to kill Ella.
I'm sure I saw.
And they said to Ella, we wouldn't do it, Mama, we wouldn't do it, yeah? But then, when Abraham came into the equation, he encouraged them to kill me.
Yeah.
But isn't that weird? And they wouldn't do it, but when we questioned them about it, Elisa said, it's true. They were thinking about killing Mama. Because Mama is easy to kill. If you're listening to this, they said, Mama is easy to kill. They said, but you, Uncle Hen, you wouldn't be easy to kill. Yeah? So, they forgot about killing Mama and they were thinking of killing me. Well, maybe they're still thinking about killing Mama. But they wouldn't do it. So you know what they did? They sent Gabriel into the bedroom while I was asleep to cut my hair with the scissors in the night as a kind of a preparation for coming in with the scissors another time. I mean,
but it's like a Samson and Delilah thing. It's like trying to take your strength, trying to take your maleness.
He's crazy. Yeah, he got them to steal. He got them to steal my telephone. He got them to steal some a silver bracelet of mine. He was telling them to steal my own personal. They stole some underpants of mine. And he said, Calvin Klein's done it. And they said he was dancing around with them on his head. Did you know?
We should pray. I know. We should. You know what? It says the most effective people.
He's not that evil.
Demon possessed and he's almost beyond help. But if he's still breathing, even if he's 99% demon occupied, there's still 1% we should pray for. We should, because it says when you pray for your enemies, you heap burning coals on their head.
I don't want to heap burning coals on his head, but I don't want to love him.
I don't want to love him, and I don't want you to love him. But the thing is,
we have to love him, Angie. We have to.
Bless your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who despitefully use you and persecute you.
Mm-hmm.
face one though. At the I was thinking maybe like a just audio recording.
I want you to consider that. I recommend, because when you do audio, and even when you do emails back and forth, that's good to an extent, but I think it's tough. Even if with Gabriel and Lisa, even if they had been blurred out, it would not have been so powerful. I think people need to see your face, and it's just my opinion, and you're the boss, but I think it's time to be brave and to be absolutely human and real, and in people's faces. If it's audio, that leaves them time to either think, oh, that's uncomfortable for me to listen to, or it leaves them time to think, why doesn't she show her face?
Yeah, listen, it's a great sympathy vote as well.
Yeah, you don't have to play for sympathy vote. Jesus Christ, sorry, but no, I just think there's something so powerful about a human being's face.
No, definitely, but I'm not quite sure, I haven't made the decision yet about it.
It's your decision, I'm just telling you how I feel.
It came up a bit I didn't know about it.
I know. Anyway, listen, it's your choice, and it's lovely to talk to you, and I'm here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your support, Angie. It's lovely. So when do you think you would like to start them?
Tomorrow? Whenever you're ready, when it's good for you, when you feel ready.
Alright, let us, because we are, it's just a lot of things kind of like,
if you're under pressure, do what you
I would
need
like to start the schedule a little bit.
Yeah, but then let us set it just a week so people know every Wednesday or every Thursday there's just a 10-minute chat, and you'll find people will be waiting, and they'll be following it, and it'll be coming into their. I think it's going to be powerful.
Alright then. Have you found the software? Have you checked through the software?
Well, it seems to be looking good now.
Did you test it?
No, I'll do a test run with my son. What I was going to say is, if you're on top of your head and you have to do this and this and this and so on, I'd say start tomorrow, but if you want, we can start, just in the next few days, whenever you tell me a set date. For me, normally, Thursdays or Fridays are my good work days.
And Angie, and this is so pre-recorded, so we're going to record it and then see if maybe we can clean something.
I send it to you, you can review it, and then if you're comfortable, then you say to me, upload it.
I will record it on my side, so as well, just to kind of say.
No, even if you want to record it completely on your side, if you get that, the software.
No, you can record, but we'll record out.
You can record as well, but either way, we'll just, before it goes up, you review it, you see it.
How about this is what, Angie, how about this? If it's only going to be like 10, 20-minute chat once a week, which sounds great, how about you establish what you're going to speak about, so that next week you can say to the people, next week Ella and I will be discussing this.
Yeah,
good idea.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Work out what you want to do now, so we look like we know what we're doing. You know what I mean? Don't just a bunch of middle-aged people trying to change the world. Know what I mean?
Eating chocolate.
Okay. And drinking and having cannabis. started.
Okay, so that will be it then. Why don't we do this for now? So first, on time, let's think when we're gonna do that. We'll have a look at the kind of the stuff we got already planned, and for the next. Okay, I mean I'm happy with to discuss what you just mentioned. However, we can both think for the next time as well, because while we've done it and it's published, we can put like you're gonna do it. You thinking to do it on YouTube?
Yeah. It'll go like YouTube on the Hampstead Research site on every.
Actually, you can probably put it. You can upload it on YouTube.
You can also get it on Hampstead.
It will build, but it's not about my personal following. It's just we will share it. I'll put it on YouTube.
What I mean is the Hampstead Research picking their video from YouTube as well. They just embed it, right?
And I can embed. I can embed mine.
Excuse me, ladies. You could give it to Olu first to have it for a couple of days, a little exclusive for all that happenstance.
Because we could link up with him and do it because he's so cool. We could. Because
I could give it to him for a day, let him put it up, and we could put it on YouTube the next day or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I'm happy to work with Oliver as well. And
that way, the in-crowd, all the people can go to happenstance and listen to it.
Definitely.
It's the it's on YouTube before it gets on YouTube, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing. That's exciting. I'm excited.
All right, then. So what about the second subject? So the first chat.
But the second subject is human stuff. So it's like, where are the children? How are the children? What's the contact with the children? What's the news? What can be done? And also people want to know, how are you coping with the pain?
Listen, how you coping with the pain? Listen, don't worry about how you coping with the pain. Cannabis, that's how we cope with the pain. How are you coping? Stop laughing and get back in your chair.
Laugh sometimes.
So what listen, no, I'm serious, Angie. This is serious. Come on, I'm producing it. I'm producing. Angie doesn't know that cannabis deletes and prevents mind control programming. You can see.
Yes, I do know that.
I love you.
I do know that. I started using it a little bit again.
Don't smoke it, eat it. Now listen to this, right? What are you going to cook? Yes, you've got to eat it and put it into the food raw. Listen to me. Have it with fat. Don't cook it.
So I think the only way I'd really trust it is if it was grown. I would like to grow something.
You have to come to us then. We've got loads growing. Don't you tell me one. We've got loads growing. Someone planted too much of it. It looks like a jungle out there. Now listen, we're juicing. No, we're juicing it though. We're juicing about half.
You don't get high when you're juicing fresh.
You don't get high when you're juicing fresh. There's no, that's right. It's purely health. You go to cannabisinternational.org and you get all the information from Dr. William Courtney. Okay? Yes, he's a colleague of mine, Dr. William Courtney. Now, what I'm going to explain to you, this to you. Don't go.
We got that. I'm just getting a cigarette. I promise I'll be 2 minutes. 2 seconds.
You need to have a juice, you lunatic. She's going to be useful. Your little chapter there. I'm telling you, they're going to blood. I don't need to do it, did you? No. Listen for this. Show you. Well, it's not going to be enough not to get you. No. You're not listening now. And this is the story I'm now for that. Excuse me, what we're going to call it? Someone's giving me pressure. Well, I'll tell you what we call it. We'll call it Hampstead, because you've got to call it Hampstead. Because I'm not telling you. You can call it Hampstead 9/11 because that's one of our new tags. Oh, no. Well, you're not listening. Don't feel any funny thing. They use a thing called gematria. I'm telling you so you can...
I've heard of that.
Right, it's Kabbalistic numerology.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Right? Now, 9/11, these are the two numbers. They don't use number 10 because they don't like using number 10 because it's a holy number. It's a complete number, yeah? It's a godly number, yeah? A spiritual, they don't like to use... So they use the two numbers on either side. 9/11, you know about the American 9/11. Then they took the children on 9/11.
said heart.
Ella and Angie what?
Have said heart to heart or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's where you've got to,
Yeah, we'll think of something, Angie.
something along there, but we'll pray, but something, have said heart, something like that. But you know, you guys are the boss, and I'll do what
You the boss.
But no, we're partners.
Lovely, love it. Angie, listen, it's a little late, we've got quite a bit of work to do.
Yeah, let's go to sleep.
We've been speaking to you for over an hour, Angie.
I know, because we're brothers and sisters. I love you all. I love you both.
You take care.
Okay, you too.
You soon.
Thank you so much, Angie. Thank you.
God bless.
Okay. So that's it, and I think Ollie would edit beautifully, and I agree with the giving him the what do you call it, exclusive for a couple of days. Do with this as you will. I think it's beautiful, and with some editing, it could be very powerful, and you know, and if not, just shelve it. I delete it on my end. You keep it. I'm just going to send it to you completely private, so that's it. Actually, I don't think I can send it unlisted because you don't have a YouTube channel. If you have a trusted YouTube channel, I can just tag you privately, or I can take a chance and send it to you unlisted, maybe not. So I'll message you and ask you if you have a YouTube channel, and that way I can just keep it completely private and just tag you. Love you guys. God bless. Okay, I apologise for the audio quality. I actually did end up deleting the better audio, which was on the interviewing software, because it exploded into a huge hissy fit when I fessed up that this was the demo, that this sort of accidentally turned out to be the dummy run. So we had a huge row, and I did delete it, but I still had the private YouTube upload, which, so I do apologise. It'll probably be only the little devoted ones that, you know, have walked every step of the way with this case, that have listened through to the end. But I actually, I don't know. I leave it up to you. I'm not even going to give my opinion other than what I have done there. I can't help loving both of them, really. But hey, there it is. Pray, don't get judgmental. You know, if you have any insights, great, please share them, and always come back to were the children telling the truth. For me, I've never wavered on that. Thanks. So I will upload the hissy fit. I think Abe had a hissy fit, and then I made a retaliation video, and then there was some emails went back and forth, and then contact broke down, which is a shame. But I think Abe and Ella both know that I've never wavered on doing anything I can to get these children free, all of them. Thanks for listening.